And that leads us into sort of the second story that we're going to be having here. We're also going to be playing as a U.S. Marine Corps Sergeant Paul Jackson. Specifically, I think he's Force Recon. Yep. Which is sort of a weird branch that not many people are really familiar with, because they're like not quite Marine Raiders, but they were basically Marine Special Forces before they brought the Raiders back. Really, really talented shooters. And there's our CL, Lieutenant Vasquez. Okay, so this is one of the moments where you can kind of see the game looks a little off. The interior of this helicopter is black. Just black. And this obviously is drawing real parallels to the invasion of Iraq. Oh man, this is just another one of those scenes, like, growing up I'd always wanted to be in the military, and that's still something that, if I could do anything right now, if I didn't have, like, if I had kept myself in better shape, I would probably just enlist, or do officer school. I'm just gonna take some shots at these guys while we're here. Yeah, so doing this, especially in the fact that this came out kind of like after the initial pushes of the Iraq War, and there was still stuff like Fallujah going on, they were just really, really interesting. And also, there's something kind of weird about my M4 that you'll see in a second. I don't have a front sight on it. Yeah, I should have a front sight on this. Like, if you see here, you know, there's the two rear dots, and then there's the front one, that's actually how you aim. There should be a front sight on this rifle. There should be some, even if it's like, you can get front sights that actually fold down so they're out of the way, but this gun, it always looked a little weird to me, and I didn't realize it until like a little while after, as I learned more about firearm tech. Yeah, it always bugged me that there wasn't a front sight on this. Alright, what do you got? Okay, Vaz, oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and breach the door here. I don't know... I don't think that the lieutenant himself, like one of the earliest, yeah, basically like the platoon leader, I don't think he'd be taking point on some of these raids, but, alright, yeah, let's go ahead. Hey, shipbird. Let's pop a grenade that way, and I think they also, yeah, I need to pop a grenade into that room over there, and that's why, because you saw there was a whole group of assholes. Man, it's, yeah, because again, right, this was one of those games that, hello, yeah, this was one of those games that, it came out kind of before we realized that the Iraq War was such a farce. So it is really curious to go back and play, and obviously, like, you saw on the map where this game was. I think it was, oh god, oh dear. Yeah, I think this game takes place in, I want to say it looked like Saudi Arabia, but I always have a hard time kind of keeping track of the various Middle Eastern nations. Especially when they don't have the lines on them, so it's kind of hard to tell, like, I think al-Assad, isn't that the name of the guy who currently, like, is the dictator of Syria? Isn't he Bashar al-Assad? Something like that? Yeah, I want to say he is. That'll probably date this video if he's, like, not, but, yeah,
No sign of al-Assad here, sir.
This is Red Dog. Target building is secure, but we don't have al-Assad. Over. Roger that, HQ, out. Heads up, I just got word that al-Assad is broadcasting havoc east of here to TV station. We're gonna move out on foot and take down the package there. Move out.
Yeah, sure thing, boss. So, yeah, obviously, our objective here, we're trying to go for the guy who killed the president. Yeah, we're trying to go for the guy who killed the president early on in that sequence, and we gotta take him down. But, god, yeah, this is really interesting to go in and play. I'm having so much fun. And I'm gonna try not to just spend absurd amounts of time just saying, God, what a good game, but, I mean, this is just, I don't know, from a, how do I even want to describe it? From a design perspective, from what this changed for gaming as a whole, I mean, this is just really, really enjoyable. And it's really cool to kind of go back and see. I get kind of the same feeling that I get from going back and playing, like, the original Halo, actually, where it's, you know, there were so many things that game changed, and so that really, I don't know, that I don't want to say that brought back, like, realistic shooters, but it did bring back a sort of sense of, like, come on, Fuck off. There we go. Oh yeah, also, that area over there, that box, that's actually a bunch of infinitely respawning enemy areas, and that area was really tough to get through on the harder difficulties, because obviously, right, if you have infinite numbers of enemies, then, well, it's gonna be really goddamn difficult to do that. So, let me actually see something. Can I get on... Damn it, I can't. I thought that for some reason that you'd be able to get on that big turret, because that would make this section a lot easier, but alas, I was clearly incorrect. So, oh yeah, no, there's a lot of guys out here. You know, I remember seeing once a picture of what fighting in Fallujah was like for the Marines, and all I could think to myself is that must have been the purest form, hello Intel, the purest form of hell on earth. I mean, that must have sucked so damn hard. Because that would have just been fucking awful. Like, I'm trying to imagine, you know, you're walking through a building, an area like this, and it's like any one of those windows could have a shooter in them. You stop that. Yeah, any one of those windows could have a guy with an RPG who could just pop up and blow up your Humvee. I mean, I have a lot of respect for the guys who managed to fight through this. And definitely, yeah, definitely not super unhappy that I was a little bit too young to... Yeah, a little bit too young to go in for, like, the absolute worst parts of Fallujah. Yeah, that would have been awful. And with my luck, I probably would have died. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, also, if you might notice that there are some times that these vehicles do catch on fire. They do blow up and they do wound enemies. So if I ever see a vehicle like that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm probably going to be... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and probably shoot it just to eliminate the threat. Oh my god, there are so many of these guys. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, I also remember this area. This area also really, really sucked. Okay, let's reload out. Yeah, keep on moving. Go away, asshole. It is really interesting, too, to play a game where you're actually fighting, you're not really fighting, like, quote-unquote, terrorists or insurgents or something like that. Like, these are regular... I'm just gonna call them Iraqi, but they're really not. These are just regular military, though. For the...
Good. Get in position to breach.
Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, these are just regular military for whatever country this is. This weird... Actually, I wouldn't even call it just a specific country. I'll just call it, like, the Middle East. Yeah, because obviously a lot of our insurgency problems that the U.S. has been fighting, coalition forces have been dealing with, you know, they're all... What am I trying to say? You know, they're all dealing with, like, insurgencies and stuff, and they're not regular military personnel. Which aside from changing kind of the rules of how the war is fought, you know, does some really interesting things with basically the quality of the enemies that you're fighting. Hey, buddy. Because obviously, you know, regular troops, you can be pretty sure of the level of training that they go through. Which is actually one of the reasons that so many... Kind of in, like, the Cold War era, so many of those insurgent groups, those, like, communist revolutionary groups and stuff were actually so dangerous. It was because the Soviets put them through... Thanks, guys. It was because the Soviets basically gave them paramilitary training. You know, they got to run through more or less, like, simulated boot camps and stuff. They got weapons training. They got... You know, the Russians would put either special forces or military or... KGB guys in, and they would actually train them. You know, they would train them in proper firearms usage, they would train them in small unit tactics, and yeah, that type of training, it doesn't take much. It really doesn't... damn it. Well, there's the first death. Aim towards the enemy, instruction print on US rocket launcher, I forgot about those. But yeah, it doesn't take much, really, to make, you know, to really make, like, a small unit overwhelmingly more dangerous just by really teaching them some basic stuff like fire and maneuver. I mean, one of the most simple things that you can do in a small unit tactics is basically like the paired two-man team. So what you do is... Oh god, don't kill me, please. Yeah, so what you do is basically every time that someone is moving, when you're as part of like when you're part of a dual... I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah, basically a two-man fire team. All you're really doing is you're basically covering each other. So instead of both of you rushing up, you have one person staying back, and then they start shooting up towards the enemy to keep them suppressed. And then, you know, and then the other guy gets up to some more cover, and then that person goes ahead and they start shooting. you know, they start shooting to keep the enemies suppressed where the first person moves up, and it's really, really simple stuff that you wouldn't necessarily think about, but it's just so damn useful to do. And I mean, that's a massive force multiplier. I mean, if you have like a whatever, you're some sort of
Al-Assad should be on the second floor.
okay, sure thing. Yeah, if you're some kind of an insurgent, if you have like basic radios and you train your people to work as a unit so that everyone's kind of working together, I mean, you can be overwhelmingly powerful. Oh yeah, I think we have tanks coming in to give us support now.
Hold your fire. Friendly's coming out.
Okay, so objectives completed. Oh yeah. So, here we are. Yeah, we can go ahead and yeah, they start sending in reinforcements to try to take the station. Sadly for them, we not only have the high ground. Oops, shit, sorry, Sergeant. Oh, there's my first blue-on-blue fire. Oh, and just for the record, if you do blue-on-blue fire in here where you accidentally cause, like, friendly casualties, the game will fail you. And that's actually really, really frustrating in some later sections, because there's some times that, like, you know, maybe I'd be shooting an enemy that's through this door or, like, over in that window, and then one of my guys will just sprint up right into the middle of it, and then I shoot them in the back once or twice before I can stop, and then it fails me, and it brings me back to the old section, the old checkpoint, which is definitely a little bit frustrating when you're playing on higher difficulties. Alright, so let's see, what else do we got up top here? I think there's going to be... I think eventually there's going to be a few more enemies here, but yeah, Al-Assad is still broadcasting. You can still hear him going over the radio here. So, let's see, where is this asshole? Is he... Well, it sounds like he's going through there. Hey guys, yeah, you want to go ahead and come on up and give me a hand? I would be not very happy if I was the Marine sent to a city like this with a fucking shotgun.
He's in there. I hear him.
Alright, let's see. Okay, buddy, Private McLeod or whatever? That's not where the hinges were, asshole, but that's fine. I guess they had to just do the animation. So, let's go.
It's on alert. Broadcast is recorded.
Yes, it is. So this was a complete wash as a mission. Alright, Lieutenant, what else do you got for me?
Turn that off.
Roger that. I got something better anyway.
Man, this is Red Dot. TV station secure. No sign of Al-Assad. The broadcast is a recording. Over. Roger that, command. Out. Rally up. I got a new assignment. Get your gear and get ready to move out. Let's go.
So I think there's, and this was really interesting at the time. I think that the Black Staff Sergeant guy, Griggs or whatever, he actually did that rap track.
After heavy fighting today, U.S. Marines began to push into the city where Al-Assad is making his last stand. Fighting has intensified in the capital city. Anti-aircraft fire and burning buildings light the night.
Roger on location. Repeating. Map grid 527619er. Over.
Bravo 6 copies. Over.
Bravo 6, we have an Abrams dead in the water. Call sign, War Pig. Lieutenant Vasquez, your unit is shotgun. Over.
Copy. Bravo is inbound. Tell War Pig to stand by. We're on our way. Out. Alpha Company's tank is stuck half a click north of here. We gotta hustle. Let's go.
Yeah, so there we go. That's our next objective. We have to go rescue a trapped truck, or trap the tank. And also, this is a different optic. This is a holographic sight, and for the longest time, I fucking hated holographic sights because of how this game portrayed them. I'm just gonna say right now, with a holographic sight, you really shouldn't be, like, shoving your eyeball right against it like that. I don't understand why they did it like that. Oh yeah, and then we can switch to night vision. It's actually somewhat useful here, but not, like, crazy. So, yeah, this is gonna be more... I guess I'll just call it, like... Yeah, what's the phrase I want? Basically just CQB fighting. We're gonna be fighting a lot of assholes up close. The one thing that I wish that they did have in this, I wish that you would have the option to use either... to go ahead and use either a flashlight or a night vision system. I don't know, I almost kind of prefer to have a flashlight on a gun as opposed to using night vision goggles. And it's really just personal preference.
Let's head upstairs. We'll cover this entrance. Go.
Oh, hang on, let's see. Can I... Yeah, we can. Okay, this guy here, that asshole that I just shot, he normally kills him. Yeah, this guy, Roysowitz here, he actually almost always dies unless you explicitly go out of your way to try to save him. Which is always an interesting little challenge to try to do, because he's a tough guy to save. But it is nice just to try to save other, other NPCs. Just give yourself something a little challenge to work for. Can you guys stop doing that, please? Go away. There we go. Alright, and let me see. Do I have... Okay, so I still have a pistol as my backup, as opposed to... Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, guys. Yeah, we have... there's some of these little sections here that we can use... We can use mounted machine guns to go ahead and suppress. Yeah, sure thing, buddy. Alright, so Carson, did you actually, like, hit the fucking thing this time? Hey, buddy. Yeah, let's swap back to night vision. I think I'll need it here. Ooh, hello, Intel. I'm pretty sure I missed an Intel in the last section, because I think you have to get... I think there's like 1 or 2 pieces of Intel in that area where there's all of the TVs and stuff. So I think... Yeah, I think we have to actually head back downstairs. Yeah, here we are. Ah, shit, and they killed off a Marine. Okay, well, time to kill all of them. Okay. Oh, that's really funny. Oh, Vasquez. Yeah, he's an interesting character. You know, for the most part, a lot of this game does have a little bit of a habit of sort of making one-off characters in its series. But there are some ones that are interesting. So, like, Vasquez is very much sort of a hard-charging badass type. Alright. Oh, that's... Oh, shit. Okay, I need to get to cover, because I'm about to fucking die. And let's go... Yeah, I want to get up top here. Alright. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, okay. Yeah, so, here we go. Javelin time. Sure, so what this is... the enemy, I guess I'll call them... I want to say that I think in the multiplayer they're just called the Op 4. Yeah, they're literally just called the opposing force. Yeah, they're sending tanks after us. And what I'm using here to solve that problem is a weapon called the Javelin, which is a missile launcher that what it does is the missiles actually track in, and then they actually strike top down on top of the... Yeah, they actually strike top down on top of the enemy. Because on tanks, the top armor is virtually always the thinnest, which makes it the best place... Stop that, asshole. It makes it one of the best places to try to hit a tank. So similarly, if you ever, yeah, so similarly, if for some reason you ever find yourself in a position where you're shooting like an RPG or a LAW or something like that at a tank, always aim for the turret. Because it has to be the lightest, because you have to expend the least energy possible to move the system with any amount of speed. Alright, I want to say... Somewhere around here I think is an Intel, but I think I might have already picked it up. I don't know how many of these carry over between games. Oh, here we go. Okay, because this is a relatively new PC compared to the last time that I played this, yeah, this might actually be... I think I'll be okay still. But, alright, so, yeah, we're, yeah. There we go. There's our friendly tank. Alright. Oh, shit. Alright, so yeah, that's our next objective. We have to keep the enemy from getting close to the tank. I'm going to probably... Yeah, I'm going to try to hold over here, I think, because if they get close to the tank, they can blow it up and we can fail this mission, which is a real bitch. And yeah, somehow the main cannon got taken out, so these guys are instead relying on the side-mounted machine gun. Pretty straightforward. I don't think... Alright, sure thing.
Negative Bravo 6. There's an enemy ZPU to the south of your position. Until you take it out, we cannot risk sending in any more choppers. Over.
Oh, dear God.
Find that ZPU and take it out so we can get some air support. Lopez, James, cover him.
Alright. So, yeah, we can't get air support until we take out an anti-aircraft gun that these bastards are using to keep helicopters out. And you can actually see that's what that gunfire is. I'm not really sure what they're shooting at, but I guess maybe they're just kind of putting fire in the air just in the off chance. Yeah, there it is over there. You can see it. It's this quad-barreled... Yeah, this very large, very, very aggressive 4-barreled machine gun. And it shoots around that... I want to say it shoots a... depending on which one it is, it might shoot a round that was originally used by the Russians to take out tanks in World War II. Or it shoots an even bigger round. I'm not sure. Also, the fact that there's a fucking... Nope. God damn it. Fucking RPGs. I was gonna say, the fact that there is a, there's an M4 there tells me that these fuckers killed off one of my Marine friends, and that's not okay. Stop that. Alright, come here, shitbirds. Fuck.
While you take it out, we cannot risk sending in any more choppers. Over.
Yeah, sure thing, Vasquez. Let's see, anything? Nothing I can do here? No? Okay. Yeah, we have to go take that out quick. Can I... Damn it, okay. Well, whatever, the Marines will have to go ahead and take care of him later. So... yeah, no, I'm kind of surprised I'm dying as much as I am, but yeah, I guess I am being a little bit more fast and loose with how I would play this. Because it is for the recording, I don't want it to be just incredibly dull and boring. Alright, so we're good there. Let's, these fucking morons. You know, I've never really understood if it's something inherent to the RPG itself, or why exactly it seems to be such a piece of shit. Okay, let's do that. That should... Yeah, there we go. That took it out, and yep, it's one of these things, which you wouldn't think modern militaries would use. But honestly, something like this is actually super dangerous against stuff like helicopters and other low-flying aircraft. Because, I mean, what do you need to do? You need to reach out 500 meters into the air at most? Alright, so, let's go ahead. Let's, yeah, we gotta plant the IR beacon here. So, what I just did is I basically just marked where friendlies are. That's really all I did. And that's the point of an infrared beacon. Yeah, you go ahead. Where is this dickhead that's shooting at me? Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, that building got blown to hell. Yeah, an infrared beacon, you use it to mark friendly locations, and then you guide them in based on that. So from here, you know, we'd say like, oh, hey, building southwest of IR beacon. And that would take out most of this vehicle. Yeah, and you can see exactly how, given how low they are, you can see how dangerous that would be. Although he is clipping into the fence, you can see how dangerous that ZPU would have been. Alright, so let's go ahead.
Squad, regroup at the tank. Let's go.
Yep, we gotta go back to the tank and we gotta get ourselves... Basically, we have to defend the tank until the engineers get it fixed up and moving. But that is not going to be our problem. That'll happen probably in between things.
We don't have much time to get this tank out of here. We'll take up defensive positions around the bog. Here, here, and here. And buy the engineers some time to get the tank moving. Hoorah!
Alright, sounds good, Vasquez.